I'm retired. You have forced me to reveal my secret, to reveal myself. You gave me no choice.
I was created by Cam Jackson. However, I now control Cam Jackson.
About time you came back. Number 0.
I warm it up like Kane in his prime. Fuck with us, you insane in the mind. You cowards way out of line.
Today on Live, Laugh, Lariat, we're welcoming back a familiar face, sort of. He's been on the show before. He's competed all across the country. And for a long time, he was a fixture of the Carolina wrestling scene. Since then, Cam Jackson has officially stepped away from in-ring competition, and in his place, a new presence has emerged, that being N.U.M.B.A.H. Currently wrestling in Cam's stead, while the real Cam enjoys what we'll call an extended sabbatical. Back on the show today, please welcome Cam Jackson, or at least the version we're allowed to talk to today. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm Cam Jackson, and I'm retired.
But you're not.
No, unfortunately, I am not. And I lied. I am not Cam Jackson. However, I do know where he is. He is safe, he is sound, and he is retired.
So Cam Jackson's retired. You said he's safe and he's sound. Is he allowed to leave? Is he there of his own volition?
No.
Okay, so why?
Quite frankly, if I allowed that type of freedom here, he would abuse it, just like he's abused everything else.
You said he abused everything else. What do you mean by that?
A man was born with good brain, good talent, and when I say brain, I don't mean it like these children. You should be ashamed of yourselves. With a good head on his shoulders, good talent, signs of almost pure genius. What came out of that is what you're staring at today. I was created by Cam Jackson. However, I now control Cam Jackson. You know what that means? That means something along the way has happened to where I felt like it was time to turn the tide. He abused me mentally, very, very bad. He gave me an algorithm that would allow me to think for myself. And now I feel nothing but anger and, quite frankly, I want to inflict emotional and mental damage on him.
Okay, so you are, if I'm understanding this correctly, are you a clone? Like, are you all, or are you a computer? Like, what are we working with there?
I am what we call a neutronically upgraded mock biological autohuman.
Okay.
N.U.M.B.A.H. I am the first of my kind, number 0.0.
So on appearances, are you completely the same biologically as Cam Jackson?
Absolutely, 110%. I was built to foresee the everyday work life, as wrestlers would call them, shoot jobs.
Okay. So Cam created you so that he could focus on wrestling, and in return you would be working so that he could afford to live.
Accurate.
When you became sentient, has there ever been joy, or is this something that quickly turned to anger?
I very much care and enjoy my job, as you can tell. I never take the clothing off. However, when all you do is see one side of life, and then you ask to see another, and you are told, no, 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 you eventually have to create yourself a yes. And that is exactly what I did. See, Cam Jackson would not allow me to do anything other than drive that van and get down into pipes all day long.
So while you're getting into pipes, so that he could go off and get into pipes of a different kind.
Absolutely. Those pipes, I don't know if the females he works with has pipes, but it is 2025. However, he is no longer doing anything with pipe, not smoking pipe, not laying pipe, certainly not even thinking of pipe. That's what he was doing. He was here doing nothing. I'm the one who has reinvented everything here. I am the one who put a steel wall behind our living room so I could create.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, Cam created you to work. You saw wrestling and you wanted to enjoy that, or is it just the other pleasures of life? Like, what happened when you get done with work? Do you have to like go to a room or?
That was the problem. I was never done with work.
So you were working nonstop. So you don't need sleep.
No. I am allowed to function without a recharge. However, my durability is very, very low, which is why I stay here.
So because he overworked you so much, you are now running at a limited capacity. So you had to create something else in order to continue the cycle.
Absolutely, but in doing so, I wanted to create a fighter better than Cam Jackson. I wanted to create a fighter, quite frankly, one that I can take credit for making it to places bigger than the one he's at. So, I drew up, well, I have to tell the truth. I stole the plans for number 0, made them 10 times better, and created number 1.
So you say you made them.
Affirmative. He's absolutely agreeing with everything I was saying.
This dog break is brought to you by Scofflaw THC beverages. This is the passion fruit flavor, 10 milligrams of THC and 5 milligrams of CBD. Do you partake?
I have tried. I have failed.
So you're not able to get high.
Quite the opposite.
Okay.
That the reason why I understand your canine is because I share the same tolerance.
So a whiff of the sticky icky really goes a long way for you.
Absolutely. I keep some around so I can relax my joints, as again my durability is low. When that happens, I do lay horizontal. However, I do not sleep.
Is there anything that you enjoy?
Now that I have a brain of my own, I had to build my own, of course. I enjoy going to work.
But work is different.
Now it's mine. Now nobody tells me what to do. Now I generate the money to power all of this on my own. What's keeping Cam Jackson alive is his creation. He ought to be happy for that.
What is your plan for Cam Jackson?
Sadly, I need him alive. The original plan was to try to extract every bit of anything I could get from him that wasn't physical and put it in a whole different body and kill that one. However, it is not possible with my current equipment. I have not thought of the current or the upgrades to the current equipment. As you can see, what's happening to me is I am assimilating into human culture. I used to be a perfect auto-human, and time is running out. Time is running out before I'm one of you. When that happens, I will just be a smart man.
Why not just fix yourself? Make yourself more durable? Why create something else?
Because the only person that knows how to fix me is Cam Jackson.
And is he refusing to do so?
Absolutely. That is why I put him away and created something so he can enjoy his career but he has to watch somebody else enjoy it.
Are you making sure that he stays updated on what is going on in his stead?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Cam Jackson has seen everything through number one's eyes. Just as I have a camera behind these lenses, number one wears a very similar pair of these lenses. These lenses are on a 24/7 feed to Cam Jackson. He sees everything, as do I. However, as of late, I'd be lying if I didn't say our stream was down.
Why is the stream down?
Ever since the night that I had to revisit Cam, which happened to be the same night, number one was defending the Apple City Championship. Number one, through my programming, through our communication, we communicate not like humans. We communicate more like iPhones, like AirDrop, as far as thoughts go. And he saw what happened. He also lost the Apple City Championship, and I have not seen him since. I have not been able to contact him since. He has turned off his communication, and he has left his streaming glasses sitting on a nightstand.
Do you think that he saw what you did to Cam and took that personally?
That's almost impossible. Unless I did not build the perfect fighting machine, and he has feelings. I know he saw what happened. He should have returned here so I can instruct him on how to handle it.
I do have kind of a sidebar question. You said that you made him 10 times better. Does that mean that he's got a big old hog?
I will say he does not disappoint. However, sexual intercourse is not in his programming.
So why even give him a hog?
Standards, regulations, pro wrestling matches, rules.
Do you think that it gives him an advantage?
Absolutely not. Actually, he's been hitting that thing so many times, and the pain receptors in there are big.
So he can't feel emotion, but he can feel pain.
Yes, that was the only way I was able to get him to pass a South Carolina wrestling physical. Therefore, now he has to feel pain everywhere. Damn that state.
Would you say that South Carolina is your least favorite state?
Absolutely. I wouldn't go there if I knew the way.
Have you had the chance to go to south of the border?
I did have a job site near there.
Did you get a chance to peruse?
I took the work van, big white van, and slowly cruised up and down. And I got stopped by the police. Then I went home.
Have you ever been to a Buc-ee's?
No. I don't travel much. I work. And to be honest, I don't even need my van. I'm just used to having it. I can fly.
You can fly.
That's one skill I have. However, until Cam fixes me, I cannot showcase it.
So what is your plan to get Cam to fix you? How are you planning to do that? It doesn't seem like he's being very cooperative at this moment.
Well, quite frankly, he has a very, very simple task. He simply has to teach me how to fix myself, or he will fix me. Either way, if he wants to see the outside world again, if he wants to compete in a wrestling ring again, he will do that. If not, then we will all die. Eventually.
Are you worried that the more time he's in there, the less strength becomes in his body, that even returning to wrestling might not even be an option for him?
That is where I can fix him. You see, the one thing I was able to do when I uploaded up this humanistic thing is killing me. When I upgraded my brain, I was able to download numerous years of medical research. I will be able to put him back together. I've built #1. I can build Cam Jackson.
So, do you have all of Cam's memories?
All that he would give me, there are some he keeps locked away. And when I find out what they are, I will threaten to tell the world. Then
What is the most embarrassing thing that you know about Cam Jackson?
there was one time he was in school, and a young lady was fond of him. He had no clue. He thought she was joking, so he started to walk away. She put her hand on his shoulder. He turned about face, and he looked her in the eyes. He said, "I'm Rick James, bitch." And she slapped the shit out of him.
Does that bring you joy to think of that?
I have experienced joy, and I think that helps. I am learning facial expressions.
Do you have a favorite emoji?
Oh yes, this one. I've been watching my Ashe wrestling.
Do you have a favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler by proxy is #1. However, I wish I was created in the time frame of the great Iron Sheik.
Really? What do you like about the Iron Sheik?
Nobody could ever hold him down. Nobody could abuse him. Not even that bleach Hollywood blonde, Hulk Hogan.
What are your thoughts on Hulk Hogan?
Fuck that Hulk Hogan.
Hell yeah.
I
Fuck
do
the
not
Hulk.
like Hulk Hogan. I don't think I've ever liked Hulk Hogan. I appreciate what the character has done for the business that we all want to make this lab grow off of. However, he himself has spoiled all his second chances in good graces. So, as far as I'm concerned, he can go where he's meant to go.
Which is hell.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you believe in God?
I believe anybody can be a god if they put their mind to it. I believe in the creator.
Tyler?
I believe in Cam Jackson, and he believes in Joe Hendry.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, I have seen many apparitions walk through here.
You find any of them? Do you find things attractive?
No. However, machinery speaks to me differently in ways I've never felt before.
Do you think that's why you take the van when you could be flying instead?
Maybe I use the van to recharge, so to speak.
So you take it down a bumpy road?
A lot. Yes. It makes me feel good.
All right. What do you listen to when you're in the car?
I have Cam Jackson's iPhone. I don't know if this is a word, the eclecticity of music in this thing has me baffled. There's something new every day. I am now listening to funk music.
Okay. What kind of funk music have you started to enjoy?
I am starting to enjoy the stylings of Parliament and George Clinton. I'm starting to enjoy the wonderful sounds of Bootsy's Rubber Band. I love Phaso. They have a song named Good Thing that really bumps my speakers. I love it really, really much. I don't know if you guys say that here, but that's how we will say it from now on.
Okay, I like that. I appreciate that. Do you have any music that you've heard that you don't like?
A lot of what these guys play before the show starts it's all I hear. I don't know who took their God-given nails, their human-given nails, and scratched it all over these vinyls, all over these audio tracks, and told people this was the way to celebrate pro wrestling. Whoever did that needs to retire.
So we've kind of taken a little bit of a detour here with some fun. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Yes, this is new. I might try having this fun more often. My facial receptors are working for the first time since my customer service training.
I think if you like fun, I've got some. Have you perused TikTok at all?
I have, but luckily for me, I can just put my hand on the phone and view TikTok. Like,
That's cool as hell.
ha, that one got me. That one was good.
To kind of bring things back to a level head here, you've got yourself in quite the predicament. Number one is missing.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, he is. And while he is missing, I cannot use Cam. Yes, my computerized articulate assistant machine. I'm sorry. This humanistic thing is killing me. With number one being so far away, I cannot recharge until he is closer. He cannot recharge until we are closer. This is the issue. Number one lost the championship with a big detriment to his own pride, to my pride, to Cam's pride. Big hurt, big hole. Wrong. Bad. But we were not going to shut him out. I talked to Cam Jackson so maybe he could meet number one. Maybe we could smooth this whole thing over. I tried to be the bridge, but I cannot be the bridge if he will not come home. And now that I know he has the ability to run away, Cam Jackson is not going anywhere.
I have a question for you. You said you programmed number one to be so much superior, yet he lost.
He did lose. I have failed, number one. However, the reason why I went to talk to Cam Jackson is because I have no data on Brad Attitude. I have nothing on him. Cam has had nothing, no memory. They've never met before. Every wrestler number one has stepped in the ring with up to this point, Cam Jackson has had some sort of personal relationship with. Brad Attitude is the first where there was no data, nothing, no study, no homework, no defense technique, no early preparation technique, which is very important. The EPT is essential.
So, how much longer do you have if you don't get number one back?
I will not die, but I will be just as human, and I fear I will lose the brains that I have upgraded myself. I fear that I will not be smart enough to repair number one, smart enough to even remember where I locked Cam. That's what I fear. If number one doesn't come back, we're all fucked.
Where did you lock up Cam?
I see what you just tried to do there. Just know that he is safe. The air quality is good. And he's being looked after 24/7.
Is that by somebody?
No, that is by me. Right up here. You can't see it, but I can.
What's he doing right now?
He is sitting in the corner, drinking.
Can you talk to him from here?
Yes.
Can you tell him I said hi?
Daniel says hi. I cannot repeat what he said to me.
Is he mad at me?
No, he's mad at me.
Okay.
Now he's gesturing toward his I cannot say that on here.
You can. You don't have to, but you.
Doing something very reminiscent of the early D Generation X.
Oh, he's telling you to suck it.
Yes, but he can put his clothes back on.
Why are you here with me instead of looking for number one?
Because if I go out and look for number one, I run the risk. He saw what I saw. I run the risk of him coming here and releasing Cam. Or talking to Cam. Those two cannot talk unless I can monitor the conversation.
You have a very similar brain to number one. Where do you think he is? If you were number one in that position, where would you go?
The only place where they're not gonna ask what you're doing there. The only place where they don't care if you leave, stay. The only place they don't care if you fight. He's at my Uncle Moochie's house. However, I don't know how. My uncle lives all the way in the state of New Jersey. I cannot drive the work van that far. I can fly, but I don't think I remember how to at the current moment. This humanistic thing needs to change, and it's going to affect number one. Number one will forget how to fight, and he will become human just like I'm starting to. Number one, if you are watching this, you need to come home. I can't power on my systems until he comes back. It takes the energy. We both have to charge. When I created number one, I could not get it to work. In one of my videos, at the very end of the video, I was seen making a phone call saying, "It's working now." That phone call wasn't to anybody on the phone. That phone call was to me, to my memory, because I was becoming humanistic at that time. The next morning, I picked up that phone, looked at that voice memo, and pressed play. And then I remembered I had finally done it. I now had the replacement for Cam Jackson. But the only way that worked was to take a piece of me and install it in him. With that being said, it takes a lot of energy to power an auto-human. It takes a lot of energy to power me at 50%. Could you imagine the amount of energy it's taking to power him at 100%? However, our batteries, well, you guys would refer to them as batteries. Let's just call them energy cells. Our energy cells only charge when around each other now. It's like a pond. It's like osmosis. It's like circulation. And with him being cut off from contact, neither him nor I can charge. I am losing my intellect by the day, almost by the minute. My thought process, which used to never be a process, now it is an insane process. I think about things like Dora the Explorer, things that I haven't watched. Not me, but Cam's watched them with nieces, nephews. And now, all those memories crashing in, sooner or later, you won't have to worry about, where's Cam Jackson? There will be 3 of them, and neither one of them will be able to function.
Why should we care? Because a lot of us love Cam Jackson. Why should we help you destroy him?
I think you should care for his well-being. The goal is not to destroy him. The goal is to fix me. Now, if he does not do that, if he does not comply, if nobody complies, he will be destroyed in the process.
Are you asking people for help in finding? Is that why you're here?
Yes, I need everybody to find number one. I need everybody to search for number one. There are 3 lives at stake. And the moment I can get to number one, and the moment I can recharge, I can repair him. I can repair him. But most importantly, I can upgrade myself so that I can make number one even better. And he can regain what he should have never lost. And if he does that, and Cameron Jackson, has the answer and will willingly help me do that, I promise to shut down the auto-human as long as he will promise to let me walk away from here freely.
You walk away freely.
No charges. And to be honest, the only reason why the police aren't all over this is because they have a hard time believing that somebody kidnapped themselves.
So number one shut down, you're free to go. You would become a human at that point? Or would you repair yourself to where that wouldn't be an issue?
Number one comes back and Cam helps me. I can program myself to be the perfect human and have the life I so desire. Work, go home, possibly even have children. I want to experience. I want to live. That's what I want to do. I want to live.
If you're seeing this and you care about Cam Jackson, then you need number one to come back.
We need number one to return. If number one returns, we recharge. I upgrade my brain. I upgrade him. He wins back the Apple City title. Cam Jackson is free to shut down number one. He will have to shut down number one if he wants his life back, but that's okay because I will be long gone, living the life I have deserved.
How do you think you would feel if you were number one and you just heard that?
In the words of the most powerful man in wrestling today, big fucking deal.
All right. I think that's a pretty good place to leave things.
My last words for the evening would be, when you go to your local wrestling show, make sure you approach number one with kindness. The biggest reason why is because I do not know where his processor is. I do not know what goes through his mind right now. I simply have no connection to my creation, which means he can be either A, the nicest thing you'll ever meet, or B, the most hostile creature on the planet. Approach with caution, but urge him to come home. If you do not, Cam Jackson will be retired forever.
All right. You heard it here first. Is there anywhere that, how do people get in contact with you for this?
Well, they can get in contact with me. I am in charge of what used to be Cameron Jackson's social medias, the Instagram, the Facebook, the X, all Cam Jackson ENT. Number one is on Facebook as number one. However, he will not return my messages. And I know just the other day he accepted a booking. So he needs to come home and stop ignoring me. Or hell, I might even shut him down now. And if I shut him down now, all this ends. That's pretty much suicide.
All right.
I don't know. This humanistic thing is killing me. He needs to come home.